Hey. Sorry, I'm not recording yet. Hey. Sorry, I don't know. it's it's always a beat in my head. But welcome to a Melanated Hypothesis. This is your girl, Tori V, Victoria Littlejohn. Make sure you follow me at Tori Victories. Bro, we gotta go through these pillars, man, because self-control, part of the healing journey and developing emotional intelligence is self-control, right? Because how we gonna get anywhere without self-control? Like self-control, bro, I got my notes, but how we gonna get anywhere without self-control? Let me just talk about my experience for a little while, because the way I look at it is like, okay, you're still developing self-control because your body is not where you want it. If you had self-control, you would easily get in the gym, do the things needed. You would have the discipline to do what needs to be done when you don't feel like doing it. And I'm not necessarily all the way there yet. And I know so many people that on various topics are not there yet. So it's okay for me to say, hey, listen, I ain't got it all together. However, we're on this path and we want to grow together, right? So this is where we're starting. So I'm building this self-control, right? And so I got a little foundation, but I clearly see that there's levels. Right? And the more that I build my self-control in one area, it will trickle to other areas. Right? So I don't know if you've ever had that encounter, but if you have, stay tuned, okay? Because that's what we're here for. So, I wrote down a few things that we're just going to be going over. So this is something that you can look forward to seeing in later episodes. When I am processing and when I am going through my healing process of quote unquote doing the work, what does that actually look like? And what am I looking for? How am I holding myself accountable? Right? One way I'm doing that is building up the self-trust. Like I need self-trust. I need to know that I'm going to go to kickboxing every day no matter what's going on. I need to know that I'm going to go to the gym. I need to know that I'm going to choose the right food choice every day. I need to trust myself, right? Building up self-trust means that I can go anywhere. If I trust myself, then I can go anywhere. I can be anywhere. I feel like I gotta sneeze, y'all. Hold on. Ooh. Okay, yeah. Gotta get my hands sanitized to pick out COVID. All the variants. All of them. So, got my champagne toast. Ooh, love it. I love it. But anyway, so, building up my self-trust. A lot of times we are jaded and we don't have, or we're jaded and we have trust issues. You know, we can't trust ourselves to be around such and such. And we can't trust ourselves to do X, Y, and Z. And it's like, or you have a partner that say, I don't trust them people over there. But if you have trust in me, and you know me, and I have self-trust, I know that it doesn't matter if I'm around them. I'm going to act accordingly. It doesn't matter if I go around my ex. I'm going to act accordingly. I'm going to know when to get out of that situation. It doesn't matter if I go in the hood, out to the hood, you know, if I want to hang on the block or whatever, because I know I trust myself to get out of danger. I trust myself to defend myself, or I trust myself to have discipline, to know when to leave, even though I'm having the most fun and, you know, I want to have a good time and there's always something going on and I want to watch the drama, but we know where that leads to. So if that something starts to pop off, I know that I have self-discipline and self-trust to get up out of there, to get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? I have to have self-trust in whatever it is. Right? I know that I can go to grandma's house on Thanksgiving and she's going to have all the food, the whole spread, boom, boom, boom. But I can trust myself enough not to eat the things that I used to love before. Right? I have self-trust. Building my emotional intelligence. That's hand in hand. In order to have emotional intelligence, I need to have self-control. Right? I can't have emotional intelligence because as soon as I get triggered, I'm going to fly off the handle. Or as soon as the other person gets triggered, and then I get triggered, I will give a triggered reaction. Like, have you ever been talking to somebody, and they keep asking you, alright? And you good. And they keep asking you, keep pressing the issue, and you like, you okay? And they just triggered you because you messing with me. Leave me alone. Now they mad. But you were just messing with me. Why are you mad? Like, if anything, I should be irritated. Now they just reacted to you getting triggered by getting asked all those questions. If I had self-control, I'm not even finna react. Like, clearly something going on with her. Like, are you okay? Do you need a hug? What's going on? Like, you get what I'm saying? I'm going to look at it a completely different way. I have self-control. The self-control is going to allow me to breathe and see it from a different perspective and not take everything so personal because I have the self-control, right? Which leads me to knowing my boundaries and triggers. Okay? Because, see, I wrote this. Knowing my boundaries and triggers. When I have self-control, that means that directly correlated to having emotional intelligence. When I have self-control, that means that I took the time to know what my boundaries are. It doesn't always mean that, but for me it does. Like, in order for me to have self-control, I gotta know what could take me off the edge. And so knowing that triggers are real, knowing that everything is connected to childhood. So if something triggers me, or if I feel myself getting that anxiety, or if I start to feel in my belly that I'm not supposed to be in this area, that I'm not supposed to be doing this thing, I'm going to listen to my body for one. And that takes some practice because I got a mind of my own. Like, you know what I'm saying? My body, my gut, I'm feeling something, but over here, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you mean? I'm trying to hear what they got to say. So sometimes it can be a conflict and having to be obedient because I know that what I'm feeling in my belly is probably bigger than me. It's coming from something bigger than me. So being obedient because my thoughts are just coming from my imagination or my perception of the world. So how I'm feeling is just coming based off of my thoughts, what I think is going to happen, what I think it is. I don't know. I'm recording on the camera and I'm looking at myself when I'm never looking at and it's okay. But anyway, so knowing my triggers, being able to have a trigger plan, a stress management plan. If I get triggered, what am I going to do? Right? That's something we got to talk about, bro. Place some boundaries. Okay, this is a trigger. But at what point do I get triggered? Like, you can ask questions, sure. But after a while, after how many questions or at what point, what do I feel in my body when I'm about to get triggered to like, now you're doing too much? What does that look like? Self-controlling vices. You know, my stress management plan, again. Am I going to smoke? Is that what I want to do? Do I want to drink it away? Am I trying to sex it away? Turn it into a salon song? Like, what is my stress management plan? How do I deal with things that make me feel uncomfortable? What is my higher source? Am I connecting to spirit? Right? Having self-control. I personally don't think that I can have self-control all on my own. I literally got to be like, Lord, woo, Jesus. Anybody. And I don't necessarily be saying Jesus because that's a whole other conversation. But for sure, God, like, bro, what's happening right now? You know, help me. Just ninja. Like, I just, woo. Like, you know. So definitely being able to have a higher source, that helps me have self-control. Right? I want to have morals. I don't just want to be out here giving my body to anybody. However, right? There's a chocolate dude with a cute smile and he's real like-minded and we be talking and like, I gotta make sure that I'm not lustful, right? So I got to call on somebody and it's not myself. I don't be like, boy girl, like no, I be like, Lord, Lord, God, what you mean? Like, let's be real about it. All right, I'm just trying to do a temperature check because the sun is beaming right up on my iPad. Right up in here. Okay, we alright. We alright. But yeah, so getting my vices together. Like, I don't want to give my body to anybody, so I'm not having sex. So what do I need to do? Like, I'm a human being, and I'm a healthy human being, okay? So it's not like I hate or nothing. You feel me? Like, it's a intentional choice that I'm saving myself. So what does that look like? What's the stress management plan for that? Just, having self-control, okay? Because they is out here. You feel me? Like, they is out here. Like, what's the stress man? And then they is smooth talking. I'm talking about smooth criminal. Like, what is the stress management self-control plan on that? Like, there has to be a plan. I have to know and be prepared for these things, like the way that the world works. While I am creating myself and building myself up to how I want to see the world, I have to also be realistic at how the world works and have a plan and be prepared. I have to be, I'm going to say it's wrong. Is it defense instead of offense, or is it offense instead of defense? Either way, I got to be proactive instead of reactive, okay? I can't, after the fact, be like, whoa, man, why did I have sex? Hey, why did I have sex? Or whatever. No, because babies come from sex, so I need to have a pro plan, okay? I need to be prepared, okay? So when he comes smelling good, like just, oh, no sir. No sir, yeah, that's Bible study. All right, no, you be blessed. Okay? Get to calling out Matthew, just what? Stop playing. Like, I no, sir. You want to read the Bible with me? Do I want to do it? I just gotta get my lines together to make it go solve or something, just, we're gonna kill the mood. We're gonna kill the mood. Like, what? You have to have a plan in place, okay? Next thing, behaviors, thought patterns, and emotions. I have to have control of that. Self-control. If I can self-control my emotions, then my emotions lead to my thought patterns. And then my thought patterns make me feel a certain way. You realize that. It's what you feel first, and then that makes your thought come up, right? So if I'm hovering and I'm down and I'm very sad, then I'll start to think sad shit, and it'll make me more sad, right? But if I'm up, okay, that's when I'm motivated, and I'm up, and then my mind will start to think about me pulling up the motorcade because I got a show today. You feel me? Like, and then I'm gonna start feeling like boss, like shout out to boss. Just that was my okay, I tried. But anyway, like. That's what a thought is. It's a pattern. And then understanding my patterns. Like, oh no. All right, I'm thinking about some sad shit. Let me sit up. That's why I got this thing on right here, because part of working on self-worth, working on self-value is realizing that you slouch. You slouch, and that's pulling your whole mood. So put your back, put your shit up. Like, you feel me? You need some aids? Get some aids. Do what you need to do to get into the position to be the person that you want to be. She's not slouching. Okay, I'm talking to me. She's not slouching. Therefore, you can't do that. You can't be slouching no more. Like, you have to sit up and do what's needed and put the effort in it. And so that's one of the things, just something simple that I'm working on right now. Building the self-control to wear this motherfucker every day. So I'm not sitting like that. No, what is that, okay? Sometimes I catch myself, but that should be cutting into my neck. I'd be like, all right, something wrong. Something's wrong. I got the back thing on. Keep my back straight. If it starts cutting into my neck, my back ain't straight. Like, what you talking about? What you talking about? When I say that, I can hear drum line. What's wrong with his neck? His neck don't bend? What do you say? What was the line? Like, what's wrong? Exactly. Bend that shit. Like, straighten your back up, girl. But anyway, so, behaviors, not thoughts. That's going to turn into my behaviors. So like I said, slouching. Like, if my thoughts are, oh, woe is me, I'm never this and that, and I'm not enough, and nobody loves me, I'm going to start to slouch. So I have to be mindful of that. And then if I see that behavior come about, I gotta get myself up out of that. I gotta start to look at something different, think about something different, change my scenery, come outside. I was in the house. I live in a little hotel. Like, but it's, like, I don't always be wanting my microwave to be in the background. Like, I'm fine with the car. Like, I'll be out here anyway, so, But if I'm starting to feel down, if I'm gloomy or whatever, I'm going to change up my scenery. That's one of the things that I need to do to make sure that I have self-control, getting my plan together. What do I do when I feel like I'm losing control? What behaviors can I change? What are the telltale behaviors that I am starting to slip away, that I'm starting to go down a downward spiral? So knowing myself well enough to know those things, right? And then I have, did I do everything I could do today? Having self-control and knowing what's in my control. So I want to heal, right? I want to build legacy for my family. So did I control everything that I can control today to do that? Like, am I even attempting to do that? Having self-control means understanding what I can control. The serenity prayer. Like, I don't want to, this is just for me. Knowing the serenity prayer. Knowing what I can and cannot control. Having the strength to go after the things that I can control. And then realizing how many things are actually in my control. Realizing how many things is just a mindset. And so if it's a mindset issue, how do I get out of that mindset issue? Do I have support in place? Is there community in place? Is there writing prompts in place? What am I doing? What is my plan to make sure that I'm focused enough to go after the things that I'm in control of? All of that's part of self-control, right? So I have self-control. Like, I'm building it. I'm just saying, like, I have self-control as in that's what we're working for. Like, that's what we're going on, right? That's what we're moving forward with. Building our self-control, building our emotional intelligence. So, I hope that you guys are ready. Sit, marinate on that. When I say, have you done some healing today? Have you processed your day? Have you thought about what you could and could not control that day? So when I say, have you done some healing today, have you processed today? Have you done your checklist of things that you needed to do today? Have you moved forward on your goals list? Have you checked something off of where you need to be, who you need to be, how you need to be, right? So yes, I am excited. Let's build ourselves up from the inside out. You need to build your credit. You need to build your business credit. If you need to build your budgeting, you need to build your mind up. Hit up Legacy Solutions with 2 L's, LegacySolutions.com, because we are building it up. We a family, we a team, and we're going to build this up. We got to build our community up. So many resources. I got you. Just wait on it. We just started, but grow with me, okay? Let's grow together. Literally, let's grow together. So like, subscribe, share this with at least 2 people who are doing the work but may need a little help. 2 people who are tired of being sick and tired but don't know where to start. 2 people who feel like, woe is me, it's just me by myself, I'm alone and nobody else understands. I do. Hey friend, I understand. So let's heal together. You got community and me. We are collective. Comment where you from, your city and state. I finna pull up. I'm in the car right now. I finna pull up. We're taking this thing live. We're taking this thing all over the country. I'm pulling up in your city. I promise you that. Like, this is just the beginning, but we need to heal, and I got to be on the ground to do it. Right? So I finna pull up. So make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Follow me on IG, all the places, social media. Tory Victories. So you can know when I pull up in your city. So we can heal. So we can build our self-control. So we can build our self-worth and our emotional intelligence. Because it's time. It's time. And our minds are our greatest weapon. Can't nobody take that from us. Can't nobody take that from us. So, make sure you do some healing today. Peace and healing, y'all. We out.